Good day, everyone. My topic is all about sentimentalities and preparedness of senior high school students in the implementation of face-to-face classes. I am Dr. Maria Victoria Castillo Magayon, STEM teacher, author, researcher, and a peer reviewer. The dimension of the learning environment. Literature and the learning environment research present different concepts, understanding and dimensions based on diverse epistemological and ontological perspectives. Learning environment was conceived as the social, physical, and psychological and pedagogical context in which learning occurs and which affect students' achievement and attitude, and which allow an organic understanding of the student's learning experience. While elements such as financial resources, structure, people, and time are associated with organization and government rules, processes, and priorities might affect educators and students in the learning environment. Their physical, pedagogical, and psychological dimensions play a central role in the learning process. Now, what is the sentimentalities of student and its relation on the learning environment? The importance of feelings, according to Dr. Leonardo Polo, resides overall in their relationship with intelligence and will, and not simply as their precedents, but as derivatives of the active dimension of the human being. Nevertheless, in our time, the spiritual faculties of man, intelligence, and will are discredited. That is why relativism has increased. That is to say, the opinion that denies the universality of truth as well as the control of will. That is why in our time we grant a greater credit of feelings. They appear regarded as those who remain after the doubt about the scope of intelligence and will. These days, we appeal to the feelings that are considered to be the most vital, the innermost that are in man. If man must be guided by his feelings, he is owing to the only way that remains after the crisis of intelligence and will. Forever guided by feelings is equivalent to be led by the host and leasing of hostilities we are not capable of driving. And what is the relationship of preparedness of students in the emotion or sentimentalities and the learning environment? Preparedness is an act of workmanship, and in a workmanship, we learn to embrace life and systematically enclose us to awareness that certain things and absolute things are anchored with responsibilities. We follow the protocols during pandemics without grumble because we realize as human, we are devout and embedded to value our life. We take responsibilities in inclination to what's ahead of us, and we take pride that at the moment of uncertainty quest, we are ready to pull those we put together, preparedness and underway protection. Now, in this study, the result of my study in terms of sentimentality of senior high school students in the implementation of the face-to-face classes, note that this data is only true, or we call this moderatum generalization, because the data is based and true only for a certain school in the Philippines. Hence, this might not true to all to other school. And what is the result of my survey? So, with the question, which of the following is the most challenging for you during the implementation of the face-to-face learning modality? So, out of 372 responses, and take note, in our implementation of the face-to-face learning modality, we are in the Philippines at this time. We are not yet implemented the full face-to-face classes, but rather we have this uh, alternative face-to-face learning modality. Aside from face-to-face, we have this blended or online and face-to-face, and we have this high flex. Uh, we have at the same time some students are in the face-to-face, and some of students at the same time is in the online modality. So from that modality, uh, these are the results. So number one, most challenging to students are the transportation allowance, followed by the distance of home and school, and then the academic requirements, or the number of learning activities required from the students, and then household chores is also significant challenging to them, uh, and then followed by dress to wear, and then another significant is difficulty of students to adjust from remote learning to face-to-face. Next is, uh, this is the consolidated sentiments of students in the open-ended question. On the positive note, some students, majority of the students said that they are enjoying, they are happy and thankful. Some students said that they learn more. Other said the implementation was organized and with discipline. And then some students relate that the teaching is with quality. They are amazed how teachers teach and still teach despite of the limited time allotted per subject. On the negative note, some students said that they are not favor with the blended because to them it's hard for them to cope up, and they can follow the discussion for some reason, like internet connectivity. And then some said limited time per subject. They want more exercises to understand the lesson, more uh, words of encouragement from their teachers, and also um, they suggested that uh, if possible, reduce the number of learning activities, the requirements per subject. And then overall, uh, the sentiments of the students are, they are satisfied, and majority of them said that it is okay. Next is the preparedness of the students. So I have also a survey. So using statements and using the a priori, so I crafted there is a questionnaire, a survey questionnaire, uh, from, and the result of the survey um, are as follows. So it is noted that students are the manifestation of readiness of students in terms of following the rules of regulation in school are the most got the highest point with 3.7, with the verbal interpretation extremely ready, and then with the their eagerness to go to school by indicating that they are preparing everything before going to face with 3.6. Also, the readiness to wear face mask in the entire duration of of their classes is also a manifestation of their preparedness or readiness in the face-to-face classes. And the manifestation of they are willing to listen carefully to the lecture instruction of your teachers are also got extremely ready. And while in this survey, the less appreciated is I think the time allotted per subject is short. I want more. Okay. So, significantly, uh, factors that are significant in this survey. So, in terms of the status of students, there is no significant relationship, but there is no significant relationship between regular student back to school or returning students or student with retained to grade 11 or transferee. There is no significant difference. Next is the strand. In the relationship between strand or significant difference of the answers of the preparedness of the students in terms of strand, it is significant. It is significant because the p-value is 0.00.001, which means it is lower than the critical value of 0.05. Next, in terms of age, it turns out that older students are more prepared than the younger one. So with 3 point, it is also showed in the main average of the students with 3.7. Next, in conclusion, the sentimentalities and preparedness of senior high school students in the implementation of face-to-face. In the preparedness, the main average of the students in the survey is 3.5 over 4, meaning they are noticeably ready. And so in terms of gender, grade level, status in school, there's no significant difference. While in strand, there is significant difference. Age also is in strand, track is more prepared than other strand. While age, the older one is more prepared than the younger ones. This is my reference. Thank you for listening. Again, good day everyone.